There you go. You can hear me now. Okay. My microphone wasn't put on it. Whoops. That's not what I need to be on. Hold on. I'm still setting some things up. We were a bit delayed today, but welcome in everyone. Hello. I'm still finishing getting things set up right now. We were a bit delayed due to some behind the scenes things. Uh, but we've got an interesting match here today. It's going to be Nameless Esports against Team Bloom. Uh, it's definitely going to be interesting because Nameless Esports are considered a top 5 team, while Team Bloom are considered to be trending around the kind of 13 range. Uh, so the expectation obviously is Nameless wins this here today. That's the expectation for this. I I will say I would be shocked if they didn't win this, but who knows? It is early on in the season. Taking a look at the rosters real quick. I mean, this is definitely some interesting lineups we have here. As I mean, there's some notable and some new names here. And I think definitely some people will. I think some people haven't seen uh, and these players play, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. Obviously, you've got some familiar names like Mist and Household Nug. Nug, part of that reigning champion roster. I'm not sure if he's starting tonight or not. I've heard there is a battle over in the Bloom camp for who gets it. Yes, he can be in VC, but subs cannot be in game. That's the rule. So I mean, it's early on in the preseason, and some people obviously take preseason with a grain of salt, others don't. But as we're looking at kind of how this week has gone so far, we have our 5th match of the week. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen here. We're just communicating with the teams. We do have the teams in the lobby though, so we will get ready to go. As this is going to be an interesting one. I can't fully speak on a ton of the expectations and everything, but as this one gets underway, it'll definitely be an interesting one to watch, as Nameless Esports, one of the projected top 5 teams. Some people have them at 6. A lot of people have them in the top 5. And for this Bloom team, I mean, you don't have Nug out there. You actually have Calm. But it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to go on. And I mean, we're seeing some early action out of the Nameless half, as they're going to go on the offensive here early. Twisted J9 trying to clear it out, and you got to keep in mind, Twisted J9 is the low rank for this Nameless team, but they said they feel really good about him, and maybe that's exactly what they're talking about, as he will open up the scorecards with a snipe from the midfield. Good job by Ufin to, well, I think he missed it. I'm not quite sure if he meant to fake it. If he did, that's huge credit to him. Just leaving it for his teammate. And for Pax, one of the new players here in Champions League, definitely going to be interesting to see what he's got to bring to the table, as he is sitting at 285. It is expected of him to be the carry of this team, and I mean, for Shadow JT as well on the other side, this is a new guy here in Champions League, but we've seen a lot of good things out of him in the free agent showdowns, and I know him personally, and this is just such a great player all around. And speaking of great players, Ufin is another one. Now, he didn't have the best of off seasons, I will say that. So there are some concerns about him, but when Ufin's playing well, he is such an amazing player. And when he's not playing so well, it's not so good. So definitely got to see what Ufin shows up today, as Calm is going to go for the ball and miss it, but Pax keeps it in the offensive end, and Team Bloom is starting to swarm, and it's exactly what you want to see out of them, is them playing well here. And we're just going to have to wait and see what's really going to happen with this team. I mean, it's going to be interesting. Is Calm gonna snipe it from the corner? Actually, I'm not quite sure how this one got through, but it did. Shadow just wasn't ready. The bouncer works out, and that's an early goal for them. Absolutely love to see it, as Pax will take this one, puts it right into Shadow, but it's popped up for Calm, and two members went, and the third's driving away, and Pax will clean it up, as it is as easy as fluffing a pillow when you give a player of his caliber a shot like that, and it's 2-1 for the side of Team Bloom. I will say, a lot of people were questioning this Team Bloom roster, but this is a roster that has some potential to it. You gotta wait and see how that's gonna go, and this Nameless roster also has potential, as they tie it right back up really quickly off of an unfortunate double commit out of Mist. This is definitely someone with a lot to prove. He had a good offseason, but in Season 2 of Champions League, he was one of the lowest rated players in the league. And so, I mean, it's going to be a lot for him to really prove, but we've seen that he has a lot of 1v1 capabilities. We've also seen him play well in the 2v2 tournament and the 3v3 tournament. So it's definitely not like we're writing him off here. Quite the opposite, actually. This looks like a new era for him, and hopefully he can convert it into the 3 versus 3, as this one popped high. Calm gonna get a redirect out to the side, and Pax will complete the clear, but it's only back into the waiting arms of Ufin, and Ufin just has an open net. Ladies and gentlemen, don't leave your back door unlocked, because a home invader is going to get in there easily. Mist and Calm are caught out of position, and it's Nameless with the lead. That is shocking to see, especially out of two players like Mist and Calm, who we know are good players. But now, I mean, they have a minute left. It's plenty of time to get something back with this one, but we gotta wait and see. Pax just going to take this. He doesn't really have a lot of boost to work with, though. It's a pass down to Calm, and it's going to be knocked back by the defense. Chaos in front of the net as Miss goes for the shot. Can't get it. Pax follow-up. No. Cannot get it to go. Missed. Still in the area. Popping it over Shadow. No. Can't get it by him. Twisted J9 goes up for the ball, and he will smack it away as Pax has to grab that back corner, and he's going to take it on a full field air dribble. Shadow doesn't want to let him have it, but he's got to concede it. Oop, an awkward ball, and Pax with an emphatic double tap will tie this game. That's just a textbook double jump. Perfectly into the double tap, no boost needed, and a great job by Pax to go coast to coast. And suddenly, the game's tied, but it may not be tied for long as Twisted J9 will come through. Just as quickly as Team Bloom tie it up yet again, it's ripped away from them in the dying moments of Game 1. As the players will 50 it off of the kickoff, and Pax will send this one away. Shadow catches it, and Calm will not get a touch on this as Shadow sends it middle. Awkward ball for Pax, and Nameless, all they have to do is hold on, maybe get one more for the road, but they have had a good Game 1, and it will be rewarded with a win. I mean, I can't speak for the rest of you guys, but that's definitely different than how we thought it would go. We do have a game crash, so we will take a second. But I mean, this has definitely been this has been an interesting Game 1. I mean, if you're the side of Team Bloom, that looked good. Shitty, I don't know who the best player in the league is here on your screen. I hate to say it, these are not the best players. But we will get back into the game. We do finally have Twisted back after a crash. PC couldn't get... PC couldn't really handle the intense action. But Game 1 was quite the back and forth. Who is him himself? Oh, from Mist? Dude, there's 6 players on the pitch shooting. And Pax just styled on all of them. As Pax really showing his worth at the 285. A great air dribble over 2 of them. And that's just a freebie. I will say, this is one of my concerns for this Nameless roster, is the fact that Shadow and Ufin are such great players, but they're prone to double committing. And so that's definitely the thing to watch with this team. As Mist takes a shot. No, he opts to put it high for Calm, but unfortunately, Calm couldn't get the shot to go. But it's Pax out of the sidewall, and there he goes. That man is on fire in this series. Twisted J9, bless his heart, That's a Diamond 3, trying to shut down a GC2. That was our moment of silence that we do for every own goal. Unfortunate out of Calm. They were doing so good up 2-0, but Calm just... I'm going to play devil's advocate here. He felt bad for Twisted J9, so he wanted to give a little bit of charity back over. I don't know. But right now, for Team Bloom, they've got control here in Game 2, and there were some questions about Pax. Nobody really knew how he would play. Nobody had really seen him. He didn't show up during the offseason, but he is showing up in this game. And missed, going for the air dribble pass to Calm, but Calm cannot get the redirect. And I will say this is a Team Bloom team with a lot to prove, and maybe they're proving it here as this one goes off the corner and in. Mist already knew it was in. We didn't for sure, but it in fact is, as Nameless Esports are getting picked apart here in Game 2. What is going on? This isn't looking like a top 5 team versus a middle of the pack team. This is looking like two top teams going at it, and Calm might have just gotten it. No, follow-up is good from Pax, and Team Bloom are running away with it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a series here. Not a lot of people thought this would actually be a good series, but we are definitely getting that. Through the 8 or so minutes that have gone by, Team Bloom have in general looked like the better team, and Pax emphatic double, no, blocked away by Shadow JT. Going back down the other end of the pitch, Calm has to get a touch, awkward ball off the corner, and it's out. How is that kept out? Somehow, it's still 1-4, and Nameless Esports just can't get anything to go for them. Chat, tell me who you got winning this series right here and right now, because so far, Team Bloom have looked like the better team through definitely Game 2. Game 1, they looked pretty good as well, and... my god, we've got a series here as Calm clears this down. Chat's still got Nameless. Even after all of this, they still got Nameless. Double tap from Calm. It doesn't work out. And Shadow and Ufin need to try to figure this out and figure this out fast. They are the top 2 is sitting at GC1 and GC2, and it's going to be up to them to really prove their skills here and get their team back into this, but maybe it's just a little bit too late here in Game 2. Oh, that could have been a really nice team play, but I mean, chat's got it going to 5. I think Team Bloom take this in Game 5. This is... I'm going to be honest here. Through the past almost 10 minutes of gameplay, Team Bloom overall have looked like the better team. In Game 1, it came down to some silly little mistakes. And if those silly mistakes are cleaned up, which we've seen them cleaned up here in Game 2... well, ladies and gentlemen, you see the result. Pax is looking like a monster on the pitch, and it's looking like he was the perfect call in round 2 for Mist, as this one could be another to go. Mist, awkward catch, trying to dance it around Oop, and gets it around him, but no teammates to boot. But they don't even need to score again. Nameless Esports need to go back to the drawing board. Bubbles, you're fine. I was in the wrong VC. As Calm will score this, and Team Bloom are just running away with it. What is going on? I'm just gonna say this right now. I mean, the rankings committee, some of the members were really talking about this Team Bloom draft, and they said that Mist had the potential to get one of the best drafts, and a lot of people thought he messed up the draft. But this is looking so good from them. Now, it is preseason. We will say that. Oh my. That's unfortunate, but it hits the ground and it's 1-1. Huh. We just got word from Team Bloom. They're subbing out Calm. You know, that is the note of it being the preseason. That sometimes teams are just I mean, I don't want to say practicing, but I mean, teams are getting a feeler out. This is why we have the 2 preseason weeks. I'm a little bit shocked by the sub move, especially after the fact that they just dominated them. But I mean, it's the call. It is the call to do it. I spiked an own goal. Okay, Calm, that is true. Calm, what happened on that own goal? Calm. We wanted to try to make it at least out of the preseason without a really bad own goal. And Ufin is known for being the own goaler. And then you're like, nah! SBC Calm's on the pitch, and my name should be SBC own goal. Nah, I'm teasing you, homie, but we love having you here, especially from the SBC side. But now Bloom made the sub, and already Game 3 is going their way as Pax works his magic, and that is an early goal for the boys in orange. What is going on with Nameless Esports? I mean, Game 1 didn't look great, but they won it, and this is regarded as a top 5 team. Now, again, it is the preseason. Maybe teams are holding back. Maybe teams are just kind of testing things out. Maybe they're trying some new strategies. But, I mean, yes, you take preseason with a grain of salt, and that's going to make the defense a little bit salty, as somehow Shadow got a way to muscle this through. Nug didn't trust the 50, and it punishes him. I see, Calm. Dang, I'm sorry, man. Well, I'm sorry, Calm, but we're making a folder of the Champions League own goals. That's what I'm doing, and I'm sorry, man. It's got to go on there. I want to someday have a compilation of, like, the lowlights of Champions League. The missed open nets, the own goals, and more. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And Shadow JT is definitely having some fun in this game as he speeds around the pitch, doing absolutely everything his team needs him to do. Shots, saves, and goals. This man can do it all. And Twisted J9 with the follow-up will double their goal counts and put them ahead by 1. Shooty. I'm glad you don't take it too seriously. I mean, everyone's competing and trying to win here, but some people have, like, taken it. Some people have taken it a bit too kind of seriously, and I was like, ooh. Everyone can go on that lowlights reel. I'm excited to see who gets on it. I think I'm gonna end up on it at some point. But this one gonna go on for Pax, and that is the another goal for Pax, and the first assist of the season for the reigning champion in Nug. I mean, we have a lot of new people who don't know the story. Nug had to miss the Season 1 championship due to some personal matters. And then he made a roster after the draft, but he got dropped from his team early on in Season 2. And then sitting at about week 8, Most Hated were rebuilding their roster, and they needed a third. And Nug got the shot he was looking for. He said he wanted to prove that everyone was stupid for dropping him, and oh no, Nug, no. Just as we're shining the spotlight on you, that's what you do with it. Sometimes the lights are a little bit too bright. Back to the story I was saying was, Nug finally got his opportunity to prove he belonged on a team, joining Most Hated late in the season, and he was able to help win them the Season 2 championship. And I mean, it definitely was a fun story for him, and the PAX show continues to roll. We are on his train, and he decides how fast we go, as he is just looking to put this series to rest. 3 goals in this game, many goals throughout this series, and Pax looks like the best player on the pitch, and he definitely is. I mean, this is just a thriller we are seeing out of Pax. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, if there's a lot of new people to the league looking to really prove themselves, to start their legacy, to make a name for themselves, and Pax is doing exactly that. And yes, he is 285, but the thing you have to think about is not all of the high GCs can really adjust to this style of play. Playing with a Champ 1 and a Champ 3, and playing in this completely different environment than any other league you've been in before. And it's always a question of, can these new guys really adjust well to Champions League? And so far, Pax seems very well adjusted. Oh my, Nug hits him with the barbell in the weight room. You gotta go to the gym, he says, as he muscles it through and doubles the lead. Oh wow, you and Pax have played together. That adds a layer onto your team chem. Oh my. Yeah, team chemistry is really gonna be important early on here. I mean, definitely, if a team can mesh well together, it's gonna feel great for them. As Ufin gets this one depossessed, and Shadow, a beautiful save. This one bounces to the middle. Ufin has an opportunity, but the captain on captain crime comes through, as Mist won't let him have anything. Pax to the skies, reset, can't get it through the third. But all he had to do is waste the clock, and that's exactly what he's done. Team Bloom are coming out swinging here, and my god, do they look good doing it. We would have a weekly top 5 Zeka, but it would take a lot of effort. Because what the effort that would take, we tried to do that last season, and here's the problem. We need players to submit replays. Like, if I hit a cool shot, I need to go to Uzek and be like, hey, here's my cool shot. Because not all matches are happening on stream. The other thing is, when the matches are streamed, we need someone to clip them. It's a bit tough for me to sit here and click clip on every single thing in Twitch. And so, trust me, dude, we would love to do that. The problem is it's not the most feasible, due to the fact that just like, if we miss 1 week, it looks bad. Like, here's the thing about running a league that people don't quite realize is like, if you're inconsistent with things, it looks bad. It's the reason we don't do losers interviews. Yes, 25% of the time, the losers will be like, yeah, I'll do that interview and I'll tell you exactly what happened. But most of the time, people are not going to want to do it. And then it's like, hey, where's the losers interview? Where's the losers interview? Hey, where's the top 5? But you did top 5 last 3 weeks. Like, that's the problem is I would love to do it, but it would take a community-wide effort to get it done. If we can do it, that'd be great. And if Nameless can push this to Game 5, that would also be great. We saw a Game 5 the other day over on SBC Chenzo on Twitch, where the owner of Spacebound Cowboys, kind enough to do a team stream and adjust his stream just a little bit for the sake of Champions League. Huge shout out to Chenzo. And I mean, we saw SBC take the series, or not take the series. We saw them drop the series in Game 5, excuse me. But it was a great series. And Miss lost connection, but immediately rejoins. You do have to keep in mind the new Season 3 rules. If there is a disconnect, you play on. I mean, there is not a pause for that. So if Wi-Fi issues occur, you just got to get back. Luckily, Mist and his team knew what was going on and got back quickly. And Pax, speaking of quick to the ball, oh my, Pax is just dominating Nameless right now. And Nug, what a great pass. And unfortunately for Twisted J9, you're not stopping that man. If anyone's curious as to why that is the disconnect rule, we cannot guarantee a match admin in every game or every game being streamed. And so it can also lead to some exploitation of the rule. And if I'm about to score and then you say up other team DC, no goal, like that would cause some issues. And again, without a match admin in every single match to absolutely rule it, the problem is, what is a disconnect? If someone crashed between games, yes, we wait a second, but it's like a minute at most. But yeah, if I pause this match for Mist to get back in, and then Shooty McSnipe on Thunderbolts played later tonight, and there's no match admin, and he disconnects, but his game doesn't get a pause because there's no match admin, he'd be like, hey, that's really unfair. I mean, we just lost this series because of this, but you paused it for them. Womp womp! Like, that's not what we want to do. And this is exactly what Pax wants to do, as this man is just simply sensational. Nameless have no answer for the Pax train as it continues to roar its engine through them. My God, this is just Pax's world and we are living on it. Team Bloom are definitely moving up in the power rankings after this, as it has been nothing short of dang near perfection out of them. Nug depossesses the defense, and that's what Nug does well. He's just such a good utility man, and what a double from Pax! Team Bloom, full control, full domination, and my God, the 3 most dangerous letters in CL this season are gonna be PAX. This Pax has got to be approaching the record, or at least going towards the top of the record for most goals in a series. I think he's been about 80% of the Team Bloom goals in this series. And Nameless just do not have anything left in the tank, so it seems. Malikium, welcome in. Love to see you here. That is the captain of 1NE. 1NE is one of our partnered organizations. Make sure to check out their socials in the Discord under the 1NE channel. And Nameless is another partner of ours, as They also have a channel, and they are currently doing a lot of events. They host a bi-weekly tournaments where you can go and you can win money. So if you want to check that out, head over to the Nameless Esports channel in the Discord. Also check out the partner self promo because they do post it in there. So if you want a good chance to win $100, I mean, yeah, definitely go check it out. And we have a rule one broken in the corner. Both players mutually agreeing to break it, so we can't yell at one of them. No curse to be had here unless somehow both of them give up a goal at the same time. But, oh no, here he goes again. What does he have this time? Oof, it won't let it happen. But Nug will shut this down, puts it to the back wall, leaves it for Pax. No, Pax opts to leave it. And, I mean, my goodness, this has been sensational out of this Team Bloom team. I mean, look, we rated them at around that 13th. We clearly didn't put enough respect on their name. Oh my. Shadow will be hitting this one away. And, I mean, I just have nothing to say. I mean, this is an upset, but this is dominant from the side of Team Bloom. This isn't just hey, we happen to scrape by a couple of wins. Like some people were calling the Reapers win over Lotus an upset, and those were really close games. And this has just not been close. My goodness, you can see some of the final stats. I mean, it's the PAX show. My goodness. I mean, there's nothing you can say. We were questioning subbing Nug in, but Nug and Calm both did great in that series. We will have Mist and Calm coming in from the side of Team Bloom. Guys, how are you feeling? I mean, definitely looks like it. Calm, obviously, you played the first two games, first series in Champions League. I mean, kind of getting used to the swing of things. How do you feel after that?
My best at all. Kind of played really bad. But it's not the end of Calm, low key. You guys will know once you see it. So we had a good match though, honestly. Except for, the miscue own goal. But yeah, we don't talk about it.
Oh, buddy, we're talking about it. Nah, you answered it in
Oh.
chat. We'll leave you be. I'm finding out, of course, this overlay, when I downloaded it, didn't transfer over some of the things. The question you missed, Seka, was how did they feel? And Miss said he had his doubts about the roster, but it's definitely, I mean, feeling a lot better. Now, obviously, you guys didn't win game one, and game one looked a little bit rough. I mean, I'm going to be honest. It was rough. There were some miscues. We had people kind of driving away from the net. How did you guys make sure to really turn it around so that game 2, 3, and 4 went differently?
I mean, in my opinion, I think the first game, I honestly thought we were going to freely sweep them. I mean, I've seen each one of these players play before. Like, I didn't think it was going to be a good game. I thought we would just sweep. But maybe I just underestimated them a little bit. But second game, we definitely just went in, was like, okay, this team's a little bit better than we thought. Let's win this.
Fair enough. Now, obviously you guys made the substitution. Calm, you already talked about it in the chat. It was kind of just a ping thing, but
Yeah.
how did you guys make sure that as Nug was coming in, everything still flowed smoothly? Because I mean, everything was working well even after the substitution. How do you make sure that happens?
Honestly, just we've played a lot of scrims, so we were already used to each other. But just having him play that trying or having him play trying to play that same role Calm was doing as second man in packs, just letting that beast go off.
Yeah, I mean, Pax had himself a series. That was amazing. What did you guys? Final question. What did you guys really make sure to do to allow Pax the opportunities to succeed like that?
Do you want or you want me to answer this?
Either
Yeah,
one of
you
you
got it, Calm.
guys.
All right, I got this. Honestly, in my opinion, just of observation and all that, comms are the biggest thing when it comes to obviously letting someone do what Pax did. Basically, having a comm sets them up to where, let's say, someone says they're back, and he allows them. It basically allows him to cut, right? So he's always first man. That way, he's always on the ball, kind of thing. Because, in my opinion, he's probably the quickest person on the field. So, and obviously the most mechiest, as we saw in like game 4 and 5. So, or game 4, sorry. But no, I think really comms is the reason why he popped off the way he did, truthfully. And I think it just set him up for success, honestly.
Fair enough. Now, guys, that's all the time I have for you here today. Real quick, just looking ahead, I mean, you got one more match of the preseason. You're going against the Reapers. How do you feel going into that? Any thoughts, game plans, opinions going into that match?
Pretty low.
Free
Did you
low.
say Freelo?
Yeah,
Yep,
free
pretty low.
free elo. Fair
Hey,
enough,
I'm just
guys.
saying,
Yeah.
calm will be there. Calm will show up, I'm telling you.
Fair enough. Guys, thank you so much for
Yep.
joining me here on the desk. Congratulations on your win. Hope you guys take care and have a great night.
You as well,
Yep,
man.
you too.
Take care. That was Mist and Calm from the side of Team Bloom. What a series it was out of them. I mean, my God. I mean, I think that a lot of people had Team Bloom kind of not on their watch list. And I mean, after a performance like that, how can you not be keeping an eye on them? Of course, Shooty, it is always my honor to bring these CL streams to you guys, but we're just going to go with a bit of a wrap-up show here. Make sure not to go anywhere. We will be raiding out, so please stick around for the raid. It really helps us. It helps spread the name of Champions League, and the more people we send over to streamers, the higher the chance they come out and check Champions League out as well. And that's exactly what we want them to do. So I'd appreciate it if you guys stuck around for a little bit. But I mean, and guys, what a series. It's preseason. So you can definitely take these results with some salt. Good matchup. I agree with you there, Gex. That's gonna be interesting. I cannot right now, Nicola. I apologize, but I will say, and the rest of the matchups coming up later tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern, we will have Lone Star Velocity versus Thunderbolts. I believe the rest of the games, let me check for official match times for you guys so you know when to look out. Sunday will include a couple of matches. It will be HSA Gaming versus Metal Turtles at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, Hydra versus Big Dub Gaming at 8 p.m. Eastern, and Galactic versus Infinity Creative at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. 1NE versus Zave may end up in a forfeit, and I cannot say much more on that. But I mean, it's unfortunate, but it's the preseason. That's the good thing, is it's the preseason. So we'll have to probably wait to see the debut of this very highly anticipated 1NE roster. But as always, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us here at Champions League. Please stick around for the raid. We always like to raid to show support to the Rocket League community, also to spread the name of Champions League. But we love and appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming out here today. Keep in mind that later tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern, which is in about 4 hours, we will have Thunderbolts versus Lone Star Velocity. My name is Shadow Dweller. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us here today at Champions League. We love and appreciate each and every one of you guys, and we'll see you all next time.